Emil Bove, a white-collar prosecutor, would be a top deputy to the Attorney General in a second Trump term. If Donald J. Trump wins a second term, one of the most important jobs in the Justice Department could go to Emil Bove, a white-collar criminal defense lawyer who was a prosecutor in the Southern District of New York. Mr. Bove is the leading candidate to become the Deputy Attorney General, the department's second-in-command, according to people familiar with the discussions. In that role, he would have broad authority over criminal investigations, including any involving Mr. Trump or his allies. The selection of Mr. Bove would be a significant moment for a department that Mr. Trump has vowed to reshape after accusing it of being politicized and used against him. Mr. Bove, 44, is a partner at King & Spalding, a white shoe law firm. He is well regarded in legal circles, and some former colleagues describe him as moderate and non-ideological. But he also has a history of representing clients with ties to Russia and Mr. Trump's orbit, which could raise questions about his independence. During the investigation into Russian interference in the 2016 election, Mr. Bove represented Prevezon Holdings, a Russian real estate company accused by the Justice Department of laundering money. The case was settled in 2017. Mr. Bove also represented Igor Danchenko, a researcher who was a key source for the Steele dossier, a collection of unsubstantiated claims about Mr. Trump and Russia. Mr. Danchenko was charged with lying to the FBI about his sources, but he was acquitted in 2022. More recently, Mr. Bove represented Dan Scavino, a longtime Trump aide, in connection with the Justice Department's investigation into the January 6th attack on the Capitol. Mr. Scavino was subpoenaed by the House committee investigating the attack, but he refused to testify. A spokesman for Mr. Trump did not respond to a request for comment. Mr. Bove declined to comment. The prospect of Mr. Bove joining the Justice Department has alarmed some Democrats, who fear that he would be another political appointee willing to do Mr. Trump's bidding. This is a deeply troubling sign that Mr. Trump is planning to further politicize the Justice Department and use it to go after his enemies, said Representative Adam Schiff, a California Democrat who led the House impeachment inquiry into Mr. Trump. But some Republicans have praised Mr. Bove as a qualified and experienced lawyer who would bring integrity to the Justice Department. Emil Bove is a brilliant lawyer and a man of the highest character, said Senator Ted Cruz, a Texas Republican who has known Mr. Bove for many years. He would be an outstanding addition to the Justice Department. Mr. Bove's potential appointment comes as Mr. Trump is preparing for a possible rematch against President Biden in 2024. Mr. Trump has already announced that he is running for president, and he has made it clear that he intends to overhaul the Justice Department if he wins. In a speech last month, Mr. Trump said that he would appoint an attorney general who would be loyal to him and who would be willing to prosecute his political opponents. We need an attorney general who is going to do what's right for the country and not be afraid to go after the people who are destroying our country, Mr. Trump said. Mr. Bove's supporters say that he is not a political ideologue and that he would be willing to stand up to Mr. Trump if necessary. Emil is a straight shooter, said one former colleague who spoke on condition of anonymity. He's not going to be anyone's puppet. But Mr. Bove's critics say that his past work for clients with ties to Russia and Mr. Trump's orbit raises serious questions about his ability to be impartial. This is a test of whether Mr. Trump has learned anything from his first term, said Norman Eisen, a former ethics czar for President Obama. Is he going to appoint people who are qualified and independent, or is he going to appoint people who are loyal to him above all else? The selection of Mr. Bove will be a key indicator of the direction of the Justice Department under a second Trump administration.